Think about all of the things that we did in high school that simply would not fly. For context, I'm from a small town east of Kansas City in Missouri. It's about 25 miles outside of Kansas City. And we would basically make a giant voodoo doll of the other team's mascot and throw it in the bonfire at homecoming. Yep, it's an eagle with a balloon head. Further, the sportsmanship. We had dress up days for homecoming week, and one of the themes was dress like the opposing school, the opposing team for the game. Like, guys. But I'm not done with the eagle yet. Eagles suck. Theme day was dress up like the opposing school. I think the intention was dress up like the mascot, but no, we dressed up as a stereotype of the girls that went to the opposing school, which is hilarious because it at the time was a small town as well, but we acted like they were like so fancy and like Jersey Shore, like the fake spray tans, the bump in the hair, the dark eyeshadow, the Easy A, the high heels. Oh, hang on, you gotta see the shoes. The shoes, high heels. I walked around in those around the school all day. Us beating up the one freshman that dressed like a literal mascot. Like, this I know is so not okay, but they like let it fly in the Lord's year 2010. We made t-shirts for our senior year that were like Senior Girls 2011, and on the back we had lyrics from a Miranda Lambert song that said, "We're just like you, only prettier." Like, they let us wear those and walk around school in shirts that said, "We're just like you, only prettier." Different rival school came in and burned down our bonfire one year. I think it was my junior year, which this bonfire is massive. It doesn't really do the scale justice, but it's like, I'm gonna say like 15 feet high of brush, and they came in and burned it down overnight. So after that, the football team would camp out in front of the bonfire overnight, the nights leading up to the game, so that it like just parents were just letting teenagers sleep on the ground in the front yard of the school to protect the bonfire. But anyways, our retaliation when they burned it down was like 20 of us got in our little cars, our little beater 16-year-old, 17-year-old cars, and drove into the town and took spools and spools of orange ribbon and tied ribbons around like every stop sign, every mailbox, every light pole in the neighboring town. And I drove through, like, I'm not kidding you, probably 7 years later, and I still would see a few like frayed ribbons. It's a very wholesome retaliation, but still, who let 20-something teenagers drive their cars around and tie ribbons on stuff? Last thing that I know for a fact that this got banished, the school assembly at the end of the first semester, so like the Christmas assembly, we would read, and by we, I mean the students that were on student council, would write a poem to "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," basically roasting students and faculty. So like, if you were a senior boy dating a freshman girl, you would get called out to come open a present, and it would be a pacifier for like robbing the cradle. Or like, if you were a girl that had a crush on a teacher, you would get called out and handed like a framed photo of them. Or if you like farted or tripped or did anything embarrassing, it was mentioned in the poem. I wish we had video, but this is us reading the poem, roasting our fellow students. Yeah, this is not allowed anymore. It was a different time. It was a different time.